Welcome back to the second part of the video. So today we're going to be taking a look at the corollary 3.1 and 3.2 proportional parts of parallel lines. If three or more parallel lines intersect two transversals, then they cut off the transversal's proportionality. If three or more parallel lines cut off congruent segments on one transversal, then they cut off congruent segments on every transversal. So we're going to use these two ideas, these two corollaries, to help us out with the next problems. So let's take a look at example 4. So a developer is looking to purchase lot 18 and 19 on the lake and wants to determine the length of the property boundaries that run along the lake, a measurement known as frontage. For the lake's frontage of lot 18 to the nearest tenth, or find the lake's frontage for lot 18 to the nearest tenth of a foot. So what we're going to do is we're going to use corollary 3.1. We have the three boundaries right here. So these are our three parallel lines, and these are our two transversals. Since they are cut by this transversal, then the back lines are going to be proportional to each other. So if we set this up, we're going to end up getting x, which is right here, over 120, equals our other side, which is 96.5 over 102. So x over 120 equals 96.5 over 102. And again, this is corollary 3.1. That's what allows us to do this. So if I multiply by 120, I end up getting x equals 120 times 96.5 over 102. Well, if we multiply all that, we get x equaling about 113.5 feet. So the length right here is going to be 113.5 feet for lot 18, 113.5. And then let's take a look at example 5. So I have these three lines. They're all parallel to each other. They're cut by our transversals. So we want to find the values of x and y. So let's start off with finding x. Well, if these are all three parallel lines cut by our transversals, then this is going to be proportional to this. So these are going to equal to each other, because we have AJ is parallel to BK, which is parallel to CL. AJ, BK, CL. Those three are all parallel to each other. Since they're all parallel to each other, JK is going to be congruent to KL. JK is going to be congruent to KL. So then, guess what? AB is going to be congruent to BC. AB is congruent to BC. So if they're congruent, that means I can set them equal to each other, because congruency means equal to each other. So 2x plus 8 equals 7x minus 12. Subtract 2x from both sides. I get 8 equals 5x minus 12. Add 12. No, 21, 12. That gives me 20 equals 5x. Divide by 5. X equals 4. Finding y, we know that JK is congruent to KL, so that means that 4y minus 1, which is the length of JK, is going to equal the length of KL, which is y plus 8. Subtract y, That gives me 3y minus 1 equals 8 plus 1 gives me 3y equals 9. Divide by 3, I get y equals 3. So again, we have our two corollaries that are dealing with three parallel lines cut by our transversals. Based off that, we're able to come up with congruence. So go ahead and write a summary on this, and then you're going to use these two to help you out with answering the questions for today.